Oh my Buddha, this chapter has more than 30 pages. So what is the point of the Lotus Sutra Chapter 3 titled The Parable? That's the question we're going to answer today. And in a nutshell, here's my answer. The point of the chapter is how to find the true purpose of your life by way of fully understanding and embracing things you don't like about yourself. In this sense, Buddhahood is found nowhere other than the mastery of what is already given in your present life. This is the point of the chapter. What do I mean by this? Let's take a look at the chapter by briefly tracing the storyline. So the chapter 3 starts with Shariputra, one of the Buddha's 10 great disciples, as the picture shows, who at the outset of the chapter danced with joy and said that he was extremely happy to know that he too will become a Buddha. And here's a little bit about this guy. So prior to joining Shakyamuni's Sangha, Shariputra was one of the most advanced leaders of a different religious group of that time. So one day, he met the disciple of Shakyamuni and heard the teaching that led Shariputra to an immediate attainment of a certain level of enlightenment. Then he decided to leave his group and instead to join Shakyamuni's Sangha. And then following Shariputra, 250 people of his group also joined the Sangha. So given this, as Shakyamuni says in the chapter, the purpose of preaching the Lotus Sutra is to help Shariputra and everyone in the great assembly of the Lotus Sutra recall and embrace the original vow they've made, that is to become a Buddha. That's the vow to unendingly undergo the cycles of rebirth as the part of the Bodhisattva practice, and that's the vow Shariputra made and forgot. So Shariputra became joyful because of this ultimate retrieval of his lost past. By hearing the Lotus Sutra, he recalled the true meaning of his life. He rediscovered the true purpose of his given present life. That is to strive for the end of suffering of all beings. And the sutra is suggesting that you are the one who made that vow and forgot in this present life. So this implies that in the Lotus Sutra, making the vow and unremembering the vow are both part of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to be a Buddha, you've got to make the vow and unremember the vow at one point of your life. As the outset of the chapter shows, Shariputra thought he attained final nirvana, and yet deep down in his heart, he was not sure about that. So he was hurt by thinking that he was excluded from the matter of becoming a Buddha on his own. Shariputra, self-recognized as a Shravaka, a voice hearer whose goal is to become an Earhart, but he never thought him to be a Bodhisattva. But now he knows and embraces that he's been always already a Bodhisattva. So his joy comes out because of the limit break of this initial purpose of his own. Now, he's aware that his ultimate purpose is to become a Buddha. What is significant here is that the ultimate purpose of becoming a Buddha does not kick out his initial purpose of becoming an Earhart. This is incredible. So, without Shariputra first misrecognizing himself to be only a Shravaka, without that, there would be no self-recognition of being a Bodhisattva through and through. And now he's fully aware that he who really has been. So this paradoxical nature is very, very important to be embraced. So in this sense, what reveals the Buddha's ultimate wisdom is a mastery of Buddha's skillful means. So Buddhahood means a full comprehension of one's not yet Buddha moments. That means a full comprehension and embracement of your initial desire and attachment, including things you don't like about yourself. So this has a very practical implication for your everyday Buddhist practice. The Buddhahood is found nowhere other than the moment in which you fully understand and embrace things you don't like about yourself. How will you see yourself differently from today if you realize that things you don't like about yourself are part of your Bodhisattva practice that is based on nothing other than the vow you made in the past? If you want to know more about how to embrace yourself, please check out my video, How to Accept Who You Are, Power of Buddhist Four Noble Truth. Going back to the topic, this is how exactly the parable of the chapter, the burning house story, expresses. And the parable goes like this in a nutshell. All of a sudden, fire broke out on all sides of a wealthy man's mansion where more than a few hundred people live, including his own children. But his children are all absorbed into their toys and unaware of the impending fire. Even though their father warns them and says to them all to get out of the house, then the father realizes that what they are attracted was their toys. That is the cause of their attachment and the impending danger. Then he cried out to them, "There are several kinds of things you like, such as goat carts, deer carts, and ox carts waiting outside for you to play with. If you immediately leave this burning house, I will give all of you whichever one you want." Then the children finally ran out of the house immediately. So what seems to be heroic in this parable is how great and effective the Buddha's skillful means is. But I think that's one thing that's extraordinary, that is specific and unique to the Lotus Sutra, and I really want you to get that part today. Let's be aware of the role of desire and attachment in this parable. So if children are without any attachment, what would happen? Buddha's skillful means wouldn't work. They're just like, oh, we're not interested in that kind of toys, and they will be scorched by fire. That's what would happen without desire and attachment, right? So by Buddha offering the best toy ever to his children, the father represents the Buddha, and their attachment and desire are, instead of being removed, but rather they are greatly expanded to and grow into their ultimacy. This is a transformation of a small desire to the greatest desire for the end of suffering of all beings. So this is what it means to fully understand, comprehend, and embrace your own desire and attachment, which is the quickest way for liberation. So do you all remember the fame seeker story of the chapter 1? If you haven't, please check out my video about that. So this fame seeker, deluded, attached aspect is something to be embraced rather than to be removed from his own Buddhahood of Maitreya, right? So in the same way, chapter 3 suggests the significance of your full comprehension and full mastery of your desire and attachment. This is very significant. What do all these imply for your everyday Buddhist practice? Well, what you can do from today is to reveal or to start revealing this kind of ever-expanding, innumerable meanings of your desire, attachment, things you don't like about yourself, and so on. That's how you can start fully understanding and embracing yourself. So this conversation is very important, life-transforming, and fun. I want you to start a conversation about this important topic with your friends, colleagues, and neighbors, and families, and so on. Feel free to share this video and start a conversation for meaningful life building.